Hello there, welcome to Brian Lomax Movie Talk and a return to the X-Files. This has been out a few weeks sooner, I think, over in America. It's been out for a while, a few weeks. We've just got it in the UK. It's just started airing on Channel 5. I did review season 10 on my channel when it came out on DVD a while back, and I'm going through every episode of the X-Files with my good buddy Graham over from Man v Film over on our Brits on Flicks podcast, which you can get on iTunes. So you will be able to hear all my thoughts on every episode of the X-Files if you wish, but here I'm just going to talk about season 11, starting with the first episode, My Struggle 3. We've had 2 episodes already with that kind of title from season 10, and this is kind of carrying that on. So the events of season 10 in the last episode, they're all just a vision. They weren't real, they didn't happen, which is slightly disappointing, but it figures, you know. I didn't quite know where they would go with that would be satisfying without having a film kind of budget. So yeah, you know, we've got to get back into episodic television. What kind of revelations do we get? Well, the big one, obviously, is that, and by the way, spoilers, in case you hadn't guessed, this is kind of my reaction as well as a review, so I will be going into spoilers. But yeah, the big revelation is that William, Mulder and Scully's son, is actually cigarette-smoking man and Scully's son. Yeah, and it harkens back to an episode in the original series when Scully went off for a little interlude with cigarette-smoking man. He took her on an odyssey, an adventure or whatever, and apparently he impregnated her. There you go. It's quite disgusting. There's no depths that this man won't sink to, really, is there? It gets a little bit kind of muddled, his plans. I think that they're all over the place. He just loves playing God and manipulating lives. Yeah, what a douche. There's a few things about this episode that I didn't quite like. There's a voiceover with a few of the characters, but Mulder's don't quite work. I don't know if it's the way it's written or the way Duchovny's delivered it, but I think it tries to be a bit too poetic, I think. I don't always pull it off. There's some camera work in here that for me isn't really X-Files. There's these little weird kind of zoom in, zoom out things going on, and that was never the X-Files for me. X-Files camera work was always a bit more understated, a bit more sedate. But hey, you know, I guess they got to move with the times, make it more exciting for the kids. It's good to see them back. I like Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny here. It's good to see Spender back, although he's healed brilliantly, I must say, but not to the extent that Cancer Man has. What's going on with him? So look, we literally saw him get his face burnt off at the end of season 9, and then as hard as it was to believe, you know, he came back in season 10, but he had all these skin grafts on and stuff, and that was stretching it, but I kind of accepted it. I just thought, you know what, you just got to go along with it. But then we're told all that stuff from the last episode is a vision, and then we see Cancer Man again, and he's not got skin grafts at all. He seems to have some kind of markings on his face, but he's no skin grafts, no real kind of damage that you would expect to the extent that was done to him from season 10. So hopefully that's a question that's going to get answered. I don't know. You never do with the X-Files, do you? But yeah, Skinner kind of getting roped into something he doesn't want to do again, going along with Cancer Man's plan. Though why he doesn't just put a bullet in him at this point, I will never know. You know, he put a bullet in Krychek. I know there was some personal vendetta there, but not really any more personal than what he would have against Cancer Man. Just put a bullet in him, you know? You're sat there, this guy's literally telling you he has a virus that will destroy the world, and he is going to use it. Put a bullet in it. You know? And then we get this moment when Scully is attacked by this guy, this agent, and Mulder just comes up and slashes his throat, which I'm pretty sure in a court of law would be considered excessive force. That's probably not going to get addressed again. They'll just brush it aside. But to me, it seemed a little bit excessive. I kind of feel like Mulder would be taken away for that. You know, maybe a bullet. I don't know. Slicing a guy's throat. I don't know. I don't know how you walk away from that. Not just in a moral sense or a get your head around it sense, but literally, how do you get out of a court date from that, essentially? So a bit of a mixed bag. Einstein and what's-his-face are back again in a scene that really didn't require them, quite frankly. They didn't need to be there. They were my least favourite thing about season 10. I actually quite liked season 10 a lot. I enjoyed having these characters back. But yeah, I think this episode is a bit disappointing, but there's some nice action beats, and it's nice to have all these main characters back. All we're missing really is Doggett. I would like Doggett to pop up at some point during this season. But yeah, you know, we're back. We've got all our characters. Let's see where we go from here. Clearly next episode will be a standalone. We'll be going back to maybe a Monster of the Week episode or something. But yeah, I think I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. I may be being generous there, but in the scheme of X-Files, you know, in when you look at the highs of X-Files, you know, going back to season 1, Beyond the Sea, episodes like that, you know, Ice and whatnot, then yeah, I'd say this is a 3. Bit muddled. What did you think? Have you seen the first episode of season 11 of the X-Files? And if so, what did you think about it? Comment below, let me know, and until next time, cracking.